everybody. Happy Friday. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seeby. Happy Friday, guys. And Friday is always our melody writing day. And our melody writing day comes following our Thursday's class, which comes from our class we call Picture This, is when I give you a picture or a photograph or some image, and you have to write a chorus based on what you're looking at. Okay, so I wrote words Thursday, and now today it is our job, or my job at the moment, to create a melody to go with the lyrics that I've created for this particular class or the episode. So I'm going to recap. Let's recap the words that I wrote for this specific exercise. Okay, so the words that I wrote are as follows, okay? I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way he did. Your heart is a flame, and we started a fire. The kiss was the spark, and we burned with desire. Now, why don't we finish just what we started? Say goodbye to the drama. Here's to the brokenhearted. Okay, so that's what I wrote. Okay, so, so what is a melody? A melody is a tune. Lyrics are lyrics. I'd say this every week, but I like to reiterate it because sometimes you guys text me or call me up and say, oh, I wrote a melody, but you send me lyrics. Lyrics are not a melody. A melody is the tune in which a song is to be sung, right? Lyrics are words. So let's try to remember that. I'm not trying to insult anyone's intelligence. I'm just trying to keep it so everyone understands what lyrics are and what a melody is. Okay. So the first thing I did when I looked at these words, right after I write words, a lot of times I almost start to hear the melody come to me. Not always, absolutely not. But a lot of times it will. And especially because I'm a singer and I'm also a songwriter, so I know what keys are going to flatter my voice and which ones are not. I've been doing this a long time. And the longer you do something, the better you get at it, right? You go to a hairdresser because they know what kind of cut is going to flatter your face. If you have a very pudgy face, they're going to give you something that makes your face look thinner. If you have a very thin face, they're going to make something that takes away from the thinness of your face and makes it look, you know what I mean? Like, you're like a tailor. You're like a musical tailor when you're writing, especially when you're writing in the first person, because you don't know who's going to sing this, right? You just, as songwriters, we create content and then we put it out there in the universe and see if any artists want to use our material that we've written on their albums. A lot of pop artists don't write their own songs. They're more vocalists, so they're looking for material. We provide those kind of pop artists with the material that we write and we put into our musical library. As, we keep adding to our musical arsenal, or library as we like to call it. So I can only write by my own experience and the way I approach a song. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that we can't change the key. If, like, let's say a girl wants to do this song, right? More power to her. When we say that line, I don't like to write gender specific most of the time. I like to leave it open-ended gender-wise. Like, I don't want to say baby or girl or guy, boy or anything like that in a song. But if that does come up, you just change the one word, right? So, like in this, I wrote, I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way he did. Now, if this was a girl, she would say she did. You see what I mean? I would never break your heart the way she did. So you can always change little tiny little things like that. That doesn't matter. As long as it's not super gender specific throughout the whole thing. Well, even then, you could probably change the lyrics. But I digress. So anyway, how did I come up with a melody to this, right? Well, first, before I even had anything, for some reason, I started looking at that picture, and the girl looked very sad, right, in the picture. And there was a heart over her head, and it had like Band-Aids on it. And you saw the picture, right? So, for some reason, in my head, looking at that picture, the first thing that kept popping up in my head was, I would give you anything that you wanted. Like, all you had to do was ask me. I would have gave you the world. That's kind of what I meant when I said that. I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way he did. Right? And like I said, I also know the good keys that fit my voice, right? So the first thing I did was I played a note on the keyboard, right? So here's the note, right? So that's the chord progression I later came to create. I didn't create that first. So let me just say that right there, right? So first thing I did was I went, I would give you anything that you wanted. That's just what came out. I would give you anything that you wanted. Right? Right? I'm going to take the bass off. So, right? I like that, right? So the first line was, I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I like that, right? I just thought that was nice, right? And I had the cadence in my mind, right? So, I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. And then I thought, why not just repeat that, right? And I liked anything. The word anything was like a loop. I used it all the time on each line, right? And I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. And I did it again. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way he did. I thought that was cool. Like, I liked the way, I liked the cadence. It was just nice. It was funky. And then I started to, so now I have my tempo, right? I have my tempo, right? So, that was nice too, right? So that part came into this, right? Your heart is a flame and we started a fire. The kiss was a spark and we burned with desire. Now why don't we finish just what we started? Say goodbye to the drama. Here's to the broken hearted. I thought that was nice, right? It just kind of gave it a tag. So then I started to find chords that went with that, right? So I was going, so I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would, never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way you did. Your heart is a flame and we started a fire. The kiss was a spark and we started and we burned with desire. Now why don't we finish? I thought it was really nice because it was like a flow, right? A really cool flow. And it's the same chords. I don't change the chords. The chords just vamp over and over. So it's just... Right? Never changes, right? So I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and alone. I would never break your heart the way you did. Your heart is a flame, and we started a fire. The kiss was a spark now, yeah, and we burn with desire. Now why don't we finish just when we started? Say goodbye to the drama. Here's to the broken hearted. I like that little stop there because it really accentuates the spot where we want the listener to really be affected by what's being said there, right? So if I had to break this whole thing down, right? So if I had to break it down to a scale, right? So we're going, right. So. That's it. That's it. See what I mean? So that whole thing, you know, it was just a play on the words, and I wanted it to be rhythmic. So the beat was, I would give you anything that you wanted. I would give you anything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way he did. Your heart is a flame, and we started a fire. The kiss was a spark, and we burned with desire. Now why don't we finish just what we started? Say goodbye to the drama. Here's to the broken hearted. Here's to the broken hearted. Here's to the broken hearted. So that's kind of, you know. So if I had to, right? Right? So I would. If I had to break it down to a scale, that's a minor scale. So I'm always trying to trace down where my melodies come from. They all come from scales. So that was a minor scale. So in this case, even though I'm not in the key, I don't know what key I'm in right now. I'll tell you right, well, I don't know. Hold on, I'll tell you right now, hold on. So that key really, in real life, is A flat. So that'll be an A flat minor scale. There it is. So now I'm going to run the whole thing for you just so you can hear what it sounds like. So here we go. I would give you everything that you wanted. I would give you everything that you needed. I would never leave you lonely and haunted. I would never break your heart the way he did. Your heart is a flame, and we started a fire. The kiss was a spark, and we burned with desire. Now why don't we finish just what we started? Say goodbye to the drama. Here's to the broken hearted. 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 And there it is, guys. That's the whole thing. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That is all the time we have for tonight. This is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seavey, signing off. Have a lovely weekend. I love you. I miss you. Be safe. And I will see you guys on Monday. Peace.